As I'm approaching my mid-20s, I've been reflecting on all the relationships I've had and all of the friends that I've made along the way. It's really different now that we're no longer in school, no longer in an environment where we constantly see each other, rant to each other about our daily lives and struggles, go grab food in the next block, and then go partying on the weekends.
Emma, can I use your bathroom?
Jalapeno. No, Michael, listen. It's a Spanish word. Jalapeno. No, it starts with a J, but in Spanish. J.
Early 20s is when people are choosing to move out of a city or country for jobs, grad schools, partners, or many other reasons. It is a turning point for all of your relationships. You are also faced with so many decisions. Do I take this job and move to a completely foreign city? Do I stay where my family and friends are? Where do I want to be in 10 years? What kind of a lifestyle do I want to have? This is a time that we're given so many choices, and each choice could lead to a completely different path. And whatever your choice is, it will also inform who will be the people who you let in or keep in your life. I've traveled and moved around quite a lot in the past 20 years. From immigrating to Canada, to dorming on university campus, to living alone in LA, to traveling solo in Europe, I pretty much had to start from fresh every time I went to a different city. Initially, making friends was really difficult because I was really shy. I know my friends now are like, bitch, no you're not. Listen, I had to work hard to get to where I am today, okay? And I worked so hard to the point where everyone thinks I'm an extrovert. I worked so hard to make friends in my late teens to early 20s that people think I'm extremely popular and have so many friends all around the world. I mean, they're not entirely wrong. But lately I've realized it doesn't really matter. Don't get me wrong, I know it's helpful to have social connections. I've been personally blessed to have done so many cool things because of people that I know. But I'm not talking about your social network or Instagram contacts. I'm talking about friendships. Friendships in your 20s, in a global pandemic, when you're no longer constantly surrounded by peers your age. After a lot of introspection this year, I've realized I don't have a lot of friends. I have a lot of acquaintances. But these people genuinely feel like my friends because I either used to see them every single day, or I shared a lot of great memories with them, or I just like them as a person. Like, I'm sure if I just reach out and message any of these people, we could still chat like we're friends, and we could probably go and hang out and still feel like we're friends, even though we haven't talked for years. But now I've realized that's not what a friendship is. A friendship is a relationship that you build with someone else, just like a romantic relationship. It requires your time and effort and the other party's time and effort to maintain. Obviously, it requires less maintenance than a romantic relationship, but it's still a relationship nonetheless. It's a relationship where you actively support each other through your happiest moments, through your roughest mental breakdowns, or just through day-to-day dumb shit. Of course, not all of your friends need to fulfill every single one of those things. We have different friends who fulfill different roles in our lives. I have friends in film who I share my creative journeys with, who I love working with on these passion projects.
So strong. One thing at a time, bro. No. I know.
I have friends who push and inspire me to be a better person, to hustle harder in my career.
He did 4 for the 4.
4, so why is it complaining?
Because it was too long.
No, but
There has to be another 4.
I have friends who I share emotional and philosophical conversations with, and then I have friends who I just do the randomest stuff with. But at the end of the day, I need to put effort into these relationships to be able to continue calling them my friends. I know it hurts to hear it, but those classmates that you used to see and talk to every day from like 5 years back or 10 years back that you no longer talk to, they're not your friends. They are now your acquaintances. It still hurts me a little. It hurts because I still feel like I'm connected to them, but I know those are just fond memories of friendships, not actual friendships that are present right now. At this point, I simply just know them. And to be honest, probably not that well anymore because I haven't spoken to them in a really long time and they've probably grown just like I have. And you have to know that being acquaintances doesn't mean you like them any less. It doesn't mean that you don't value them. It just means that you haven't put an effort into developing a deeper bond with this person. And I'm not saying that you can't ever be friends with them again. They can, very much so. But for as long as you choose to not develop a friendship with these acquaintances, they are not your friends. God, my legs are getting numb. Okay, maybe filming on the ground is a bad idea. I can't feel my legs. This is a really bad position. Maybe I should, I'm gonna sit differently. If you're watching this and you're in your early 20s, it's time for you to realize that friendship is a choice. We may have gotten close to our current friends because of proximity or shared experiences in school, but we are no longer in that environment. It's time to consciously choose our friendships. Now, I'm not telling you to leave all of your old friends to find new and better friends. I'm telling you to think about whether or not your current friends are worth your time and effort, and whether or not you contribute positively to their life as much as they contribute positively to yours. Because the reality is, we only have so much time and energy, and this precious time that I have is reserved for people that I truly care about, and it's reserved for people who is able to reciprocate the same time and effort that I put in to that relationship. I have my priorities, and so do you. And these priorities are only going to pile up as you start your career, start a long-term committed relationship, finance a house, or move to a different city, and so on and so forth. So I encourage you to spend some time to think about the people who really matter in your life. Write those names down. Are these people the ones you want to continue to share your life with, to grow with, to invite to your wedding, to invite to your partner's house or your parents' house? And if they are, then be more intentional. Be more intentional with those friendships. Because we are at a period of time where if we're not intentional with our relationships, we might just slowly lose them. And being intentional could just mean reaching out more often to check in, or inviting them to more activities, or if they're in a different city, setting up and scheduling a call periodically, or what I'm currently doing, which is writing them letters. And that's been my choice of being intentional, especially because I'm always traveling and moving around. I genuinely hope that all of you will think about it and then realize, yeah, all of the friendships that I currently have, every single one of them is worth 100% of my time and effort, and I will love to continue fostering them. If that's the case, then amazing. You've done some great work for yourself. But I know probably half of you out there will think about this and then realize, oh, maybe this person isn't worth spending all of my brain space to think about. Or, maybe I am not the greatest friend in this relationship, And maybe I've been taking more than I've been giving. The bottom line is you need to remember friendships require active work. In our 20s, we can no longer get away with passively developing friendships due to proximity or the environment that we're in. It's time to put in that active work. We never seem to put maintaining friendships as an active to-do in our priority list, even though it's a relationship and it's just as important as probably many other things on our priority list. Let's change that. Let's be more intentional. So here is a shout out to all my friends and acquaintances. Thank you so much for having been by my side as I navigate this journey called life. We may not have talked in 5 years, or we may have talked yesterday. We may have known each other for 12 years, or we may have met 3 months ago. Just know that wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you've made an impact in my life. To my ex-friends, we may not talk and may not ever see each other again, but I am okay with that. I am learning to let go of the idea of needing to be friends with you. If fate has it that we somehow bump into each other again years down the line in a completely different city, then maybe we'll go for coffee and then pick it up right where we left it off. But for now, thank you, and see you maybe. Thank you for watching. If you want to continue the self-growth journey with me, don't forget to click that red button that spells SUBSCRIBE, subscribe. SUBSCRIBE, SUBSCRIBE. Subscribe.